Okay, welcome to the 5th installment of Final Fantasy Tactics tutorial. I need to find a better term for what I'm doing. I mean, I know I'm just trying to have fun and show you how I play my favorite game. But yeah, so far I'm just like, here we are. Anyway, so if you've been following in the past, what I do is I have based on the level and experience points, I plug my weakest character in for each gender. So right now that is K. And for males, that is going to be Morris. And I really need for Delita to gain JP up for this grand scheme I have in mind. And yeah, you know what? Ramza needs it too. So I'm going to keep them both squires. They're going to get a little bit of a boost from Morris because if you don't know / heard my last video, you do get 1/4 of the job points from fellow job workers, fellow jobbers. And actually, I think between Delita and Ramza, they should be able to have that covered. So I'm going to change Morris into a knight. And it's partially because I've got the gear. Like, I'm effectively letting this stuff go to waste. The helmet and the cuirass go to waste. So that Morris is going to contribute as a knight because, like I said, squire, 2 squires, 2 knights, and an archer. Pretty good squad overall. Not anyone working towards magic in this group right now, but that's fine. I'm usually heavier. I usually do 3 or 4 fighters and 0 to 1 casters in my groups. So obviously have to have Ramza and then Morris go right here. And with my archer, you can put her right here, but just for precaution, I like to put your less physical class back a little bit. Squires are technically less physical than knights just because most squires can't use shields, and they also have less health because they don't get as much of a boost from the helmet and armor. I mean, honestly, Ramza as a squire is more powerful than a generic knight, so I'm not worried about him being in the fray. There's just a couple. What's so great about this game is they give Ramza just a couple little boosts that make him not like a super power, but he's not lacking anything. I mean, that's why you can defeat someone like Ygraf one-on-one, when in reality, if your second best guy went toe-to-toe with Ygraf, he'd probably get smoked. One of the things that a lot of people do when they fight Ygraf, that's a big fight in this game. I want to use the term watershed moment, but I'd be lying if I knew exactly what it means. I think based on my context, I'm using it correctly. Anyways, it's kind of a watershed moment if you can defeat Ygraf. It lets you know if you're going to win or not, like be able to beat the game. So I know that this goblin's going to at least take 1 step forward. Well, in reality, yeah, he'll take at least 1 step forward so he can engage with Delita. So I'm going to have my knight Morris just do a full weight. Actually, no, I'll bait him a little bit and go here. Now I'll go here. Yeah. So what I'd like is for those guys to come attack the knight. And if I put my archer out here, she's going to be exposed and she'll be attacked by at least one of them. Which, you know what? I'm fine with it. This fight isn't difficult enough that I'm like going to be sweating. Like, yeah, this fight is losable. This game is designed so any fight is losable. But I'd have to goof up pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead and say this will be fine. The monster's movements are going to be pretty predictable. Like, originally I was setting up Morris so that he would go for him, but you do have to be a little cautious with the purple goblins. They're technically black goblins, but, we can all see they're purple. They have a spin move that hits everyone around them. It's similar to Spin Fist, which is a monk move, but Spin Fist kind of sucks because you have to be completely level ground. So if this goblin used Spin Fist, he would only hit this person. Because if you see in the top right corner, the 2H, that is the height, and everyone has to be on the same ground. But with this goblin, he could hit her and here and here. But the plan is to have him dead before he gets a chance to do that. Oh, well, even faster than I expected. And why not a critical hit? So Delete's going to come in and stab him, which is good. Stabbing's always good. Except, well, getting stabbed isn't good. And then always the opportunist, Algus. Oh, he's not going to finish him. He's going to get countered. That didn't go like he wanted at all. So Morris is going to be the opportunist here. Yeah, you want to go ahead and have that kitty cat put down. And then Kay is a little bit injured. I'm not worried about her because she'll get attacked by this bomb again. There are certain job classes that monsters and, well, actually anyone you're fighting, they like to go after because knights are meant to be like a pillar of strength and they can defend themselves. And so those are like the last thing that a monster or like any opponent is going to want to go for. Even like a squire, like this goblin went after the squire of Delita instead of the knight that is Algus. And this guy is going to go, and luckily they have bad compatibility, and she dodged it. Man, look at Kay go. That's why she only did 9 with her arrow. That would normally be 15 or so. So your boy Ramza is going to go next. Probably not going to be able to kill this Bob-omb. Are they called Bob-ombs in this game? I don't think they are. Yeah, just bomb. Oh, Bob-omb is Mario. Whoops. Yeah, wrong video game franchise. That'd be super random and probably copyright infringement if they decided to name them Bob-ombs. Makes me wonder, though, with a Bob-omb, is their last name Om, like O-M-B? I'll have to call Mario and see what he says. I know what he's going to say when I first call. He's going to say, "It's me, Mario." And then, who knows where the conversation goes from there. So bombs, not to be confused with Bob-ombs, can be dangerous in the sense that certain circumstances when they are in critical shape, or sometimes when they're just fairly injured, they will explode, and they are effectively doing a kamikaze move. So you want to make sure you kill them and don't leave them with like 4 health left, because then if they have 4 health left out of 50, for example, they're going to explode and do 46 damage to everyone around. All the pain they've ever felt explodes on your face, effectively. That archer is blind. That does not matter. She will be able to hit anyone from the side. Since I think I can hit, I don't think I can hit him from here. So to guarantee that Ramza is going to get a turn in, I will use, well, I was going to use Wish, but instead I will cast Lightning down on this goblin. Why not? The why not is because I know that the other 3 people in the party are going to enclose and kill that goblin, soon enough. Oh, I thought he would come in and throw a rock, which would have been cooler than waste one of my potions in a fight that we're very clearly about to win. I say we, I'm letting my listener in on this victory. Now that I like. Yeah, throw that rock, baby. And that goblin has no chance to get up there. If there was just a one-on-one, like Algus could stand here all day or just like back up while the goblin steps forward, and then Algus could back up. But anyway, that's clearly not going to happen. But just, throwing stones is cool. Earlier I was like, I don't know if he can stab, and sure enough, he cannot. It's a height of 2, and also he's in the muck, basically. So that's enough of a drop that he cannot get to him. So in the meantime, it doesn't really matter where my archer stands. I don't want to stand somewhere where both goblins could get me, which is pretty harmless. Like, both goblins getting you is kind of harmless, but if your, child or something said, both goblins are going to get me, you'd be like, let's get you out of that daycare or something. I don't know. I'm just freestyling here with my hypotheticals outside of Final Fantasy Tactics. So yeah, he's going to punch me and run because he's critical. And yeah, I was going to say Morris probably going to go next. And Morris, always the opportunist, is going to kill him. He's going to get 21 experience points. Normally it's 10 for your opponents at your same level, but yeah, you got a little boost there. Oh, and Delita is wasting another potion. Shouldn't have given him potions. Should have given him anything else. Okay, why not? Critical hit would have killed him anyway. And now this is just a little dialogue about like, we just fought in the swamp. Not really. That's not exactly what they're saying, but yeah. Almost a Dorter, and Dorter is where Marquis Elmdor is supposed to be. So these kids are on the mission to go save a Marquis. Which when I first started playing Final Fantasy Tactics, I had no idea what a Marquis was. And I probably pronounce it Marquez just because I was like, yeah, I don't know. Probably pronounce the Q. Why not? Okay, I didn't really... one thing that is cool, I got a level 2 Knight, which means I have Monk accessibility. And whenever you get a new job, you are always going to get like a JP between 100 and 199, and the best you can get is 199, which is what I got for the Monk. So I was hoping to gain JP up, but that fight was pretty quick. So I will just slowly get that based on my fellow squires getting me experience points. And he's not ready in 2 senses. That kind of sucks. All right. So my plan in a perfect world, you only get, I think, 5 fights with Delita. What I really like to do is get him with equip armor and also gain JP up, which is my favorite movement skill. And when I say movement skill, that is what this is, this little foot. Right now, Ramza doesn't have any. I can't afford any as of this moment. I'm only 101 away from gain JP up. That one, like I said, is my absolute favorite. It gives you, every time you walk, you gain 10% of your HP. So in this case, it would be 5. It's going to round up. And yeah, normally this early on, it's kind of cool to have weapon guard, but as a monk, you're just wasting your time because you are barehanded, so you do not get a weapon. And unfortunately, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and change him to a knight because Morris is no longer my weakest. I can strip him, or is he? Yeah, he's no longer my weakest. It's going to be Mayfield, who I need to get into casting, which I already can. So I'm going to get Mayfield a little bit more of the fundamentals as a squire. That's where the best fundamentals come from. Everyone knows that. Oh, you know what? I could have had a longsword. Oh, no, I couldn't. Never mind. So, yeah, Mayfield's going to be in the next fight. He is a strong caster with a faith of 70, so I'm going to give him Bolt. You can learn all 3 of these if you want, but I like to just have Bolt ready because when it's raining, you get a boost from Bolt, and why not take the boost is how I see it. I'm only going to have 16 MP, which means 2 spells because that spell's 6 points each. Ramza. Not an awesome situation for Ramza, actually. Just to be a monk in this next fight without gain JP up. But I think if I'm cautious and doing things right, I'll be all right. But you know what? Forget it. I'm going to change him to a squire because I'm just going to have Algus do the heavy lifting for me for job points. Make him a knight. And then I'm sure she's, yeah, okay. So now it's going to be Judy is my weakest female because she's the only one that's level 2. And probably for the best that I keep Judy as squire because it's always good to get that gain JP up early on. Whatever job you're working in the future, it's like teaching someone a good work ethic early in life. I don't know. I think that's a good comparison or whatever. All right, so Algus. Movement's actually pretty important in this next fight because there's an archer at the top of the hill that is just going to keep picking you off. He's going to pick you off pretty aggressively. And Algus and Delita always go after him. I wish Algus had move +1, but he does not. And he pretty much has no useful skills, so I'm going to give him that. And all right, yeah. These guys are good to go, and I'm going to end the video there. So next time we will be picking up at what I consider the first hard fight of the game. So stay tuned, guys. It's a great one.